Good morning. I'm Karen Taradas with Social U, and today we are coming to you live for bonus Q&A. We have been offering several free webinars over the last week, and I want to be able to answer questions not only from the webinar, but about our upcoming digital course launch. That is why we are here today. So I welcome you to ask me any questions that you need. Don't hold back. If you are just joining us, or even if you've participated in any of the webinars this week, I'll go ahead and let you know. Those webinars are the whole topic is how to avoid making these three very costly mistakes in your social media for your small business, whether you are a small business owner or a nonprofit. It helps you understand really what could be costing you the most money, what could be costing you the most engagement. We do have recordings of those if that is something that you're interested in. When we get done, I can add a link on each of our lives. We are streaming now on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. I can add a link on our live so that you can access the recorded version of that. I'm happy to share that information with you. I'm all about free information. And we have had some amazing downloads this month that are also available with the webinar. If that is something that interests you, our downloads were actually caption limits and ideals. My favorite one that we've done, actually my favorite one that we've done for a long time, is the social hooked, creating content that people can't resist, and then 100+ hooks that work. That's probably truly hands down one of my favorites that we've ever done of all time. It categorizes the hooks into different, of course, into different categories, but a question, funny, intriguing, curiosity, it breaks it down for you. And it gives you 10 options in each category. I really do like how that turned out. We also have, for downloads this month, paid ads versus organic posting. We have a infographic about to boost or not to boost. Our infographic for last week was social media ROI, how to know if your efforts are paying off, and a glossary of terms. So some really cool downloads this month. And if you sign up for that webinar, you'll get those downloads as a bonus. So I absolutely want that to be accessible to you if that's something that you want. We are also launching a digital course in the next week. It is an 8-week program. It will be once a week for 8 weeks so that we can cover all of the different content that's really and truly necessary for small business or for a nonprofit. Our course's name is Social Media SOS, from beginner to boss in 8 weeks. I love being able to offer this course for you. It was a long time in the making, and I'm eager to get it out there for everybody. So just let me know if you have any questions, and we can go forward from there. Let me make sure I have my comments on. Yeah, and as far as content goes for the actual program, we're going to talk about marketing and messaging. We're going to, oh, excuse me, just one second. We do have a question. Hey, Jason, what tips do you have for crafting engaging social media content that resonates with audiences? That's actually what we talked about in one of our lives earlier this month. If you want to go back and catch the replay of that, and that download for hooks, perfect. It goes with that perfectly. It talks about, the actual live talks about creating content that people can't resist, what people look for, how they engage, and then what hooks to use. And it comes with a download of 100+ hooks to engage your audience. So yeah, and we also have a cheat sheet on how many caption character limits there are for each platform. But more importantly, we talk about the ideal. Yeah, you can have 2,000 characters on Instagram, but you're going to get your biggest bang for your buck when you keep it lower. I believe the ideal is right at 150. So yeah, those are limits. I love that cheat sheet. It's also one of my favorites. We've gotten some really, really good information up and out this month. Truly. Okie doke. So we are covering multiple topics in our course. We're going to cover each of the major platforms: Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. These are primary. They're part of the most used platforms for most small businesses and most nonprofits. So that's the information that we want to cover. We're going to deep dive into each of those. And because we're doing this over 8 weeks, we have plenty of time to do that. We'll be covering each session over the course of 8 weeks. We're going to be covering that information over the course of 8 weeks. And it gives me all the time we need to deep dive. I'm also going to make myself available at the end of each session over the course of 8 weeks to answer questions that are specific to you and your business so that we can get you exactly what you need. I will tell you our very first module, the marketing and messaging, the downloads that comes with that, I love them. Some great work. One of our team members, Becky, put that together, and she did a great job. It talks about being able to craft your messaging and hone in on your specific target audience. Love that. Love that. Really good stuff. I'm happy to answer any other questions that you might have about any of the information we've presented in the last 30 days in our upcoming course, if you're interested in that as well. Again, if you did not have the opportunity to see the free webinar that we offered this week, I am happy to send you the replay. Just we'll send, once this is done and it's posted, we'll put a link so that you can access the replay at your convenience if you want a copy of that. It will also give you access to all the cool downloads we did this month. And again, some of my favorite downloads that we've done in the last 30 days. Really good stuff. We are preparing. The whole reason we're doing all this cool stuff, aside from the fact that I love free stuff, and I love free stuff. I love a good download. I love being able to offer this information to you so that you can get exactly what you need. Hey, Mimi, it says, how do you determine the optimal content mix educational? That is a great idea. Love the question. We get really deep into content. And that's one of the things that I talk about in our free webinar, if you want to take a look at that. But ideally, you want to look at a mix that works for you. And our content calendar helps establish the content pillars you're going to use. And then once you are seeing what's performing, you tweak it so that you can stay within what is performing the best for you. Like, for example, on our content calendar, we have 2 weeks of content. So you have 6 different days with 2 ideas per day. That is a template for you to use. So you're going to swap out as needed based on your specific category. You want to educate, inform, and entertain. So some of those content ideas include behind the scenes, industry tips, Q&A, but it gives you enough information so that you can tweak it and make it work for you. You're not going to be posting twice a day, 6 days a week. So pull the topics that are the most effective for you and test those. And then that will allow you to know kind of how to move forward. And I get it. Again, I get into that, really, truly get into the content calendar when we are talking about in the free webinar. It's one of the biggest mistakes people make, failing to plan. And that's something we cover. And I have a free template. If you go to our website, it will, you can have it download and it will give it to you. Now, if you participate in our program, I'm going to show you how to fill it out so that it works for you. Okay. Mimi also says, how often do you audit your social media strategy? I would say you want to look at your statistics and analytics every 30 days and do a deep dive once a quarter. What does that look like to you? We use a report to tell us what is working for us. And we look at the content that is performing the best and we look at those statistics. And there's a baseline. Like if you're getting over 2% engagement on Instagram, that's amazing because their average is 2%. So if you are seeing very consistently that your behind the scenes with your team is outperforming your other posts, you want to do more of that. You want to give your audience more of what they're looking for. But look at those analytics. And you don't have to deep dive every 30 days, especially as a small business owner. That may be difficult, but you do want to take a look at it so you can tweak your schedule so that you can do more of what's working and less of what's not working. Truly. So yeah, deep dive once a quarter. And that's where you want to go through. And I mean, deep dive, look at your hashtags, make sure they're still relevant, make sure that you're still using them the best they can be used. And you want to take a look at those analytics so that you have the ability to tweak your information accordingly. Okie doke. What is the best way to keep up with social media algorithm changes? Well, I will tell you the easiest thing would be to follow any of our content on any of our platforms. Our team researches this pretty consistently. I do, because we go live every Wednesday. I constantly have my hands in statistics and analytics. And when there is a new algorithm shift, we want to bring that to you as quickly as possible. So we announce it. Most of the time, we announce it live. We have some really great information. Of course, the last big change was on Instagram, when they announced that they're doing this verify. Meta announced that Instagram is going to be able, you're going to be able to verify your business account in different levels, and they're rolling that out. Didn't go really well when they made the announcement, so we kind of wait to see what's going on there. But yeah, follow us. If you follow us again on any of our platforms, whatever platform works best for you, we make those announcements consistently. So if there is something that is breaking news, it will literally say updates, breaking news, new trends, new information, announcement from the platform, just so you can stay on top of it. Hey, Becky. Becky says the content calendar in the course is an upgrade from the one on the website. Ooh, she's right. We made it special. We did. We did a lot of special stuff for the course. Again, I have to tell you, those downloads, even the downloads that are available, the new ones for the first month, amazing stuff. Really good stuff. Just very well put together. And not only that, if you participate in our course, we're going to break it down into manageable pieces. I don't want you to have to go through an hour or 90 minutes of content looking for that one thing you need. So we're going to categorize it so you can go directly to what you want. And there'll be transcripts and outlines to help you along the way. But more importantly, you'll have access to our team inside Social University. And if you have a question, on Monday at 8 p.m., we're still going to answer it in 24 hours. You don't have to be live inside the course to ask your question. We want to be available because a lot of that stuff doesn't happen until you're getting ready to actually implement your plan. And then you have a question, and there's nobody to ask. We want to circumvent that and make ourselves accessible. Hey there. What advanced features of Instagram and Facebook do you find most useful? The scheduling tool and the analytics are my favorites, simply because they, once upon a time, not very long ago, we're talking about less than 2 years ago. If you wanted to schedule on Instagram, you had to go through a third party, like Later. Just use Later as the example. And that's the only way you could see kind of the way your grid was going to be laid out. But the new scheduling they have through Creator Studio on Facebook, super effective. It allows you to go back and do edits. It allows you to see all of your content that's scheduled at a glance. I really do like that. Instagram also has some pretty cool features available when you're doing stories that you can add to your stories. Polls, you can add a link. That's also one of the features in the breakdown for verification. It allows you to add links specifically for different locations, which is kind of cool. But when we get into our Instagram module of our course, we're going to have a lot of hands-on, how to post a story, how to post a reel, how to add music, how to add GIFs, polls, questions, links. So we're going to cover all that. But some of that stuff is really cool. You have a bunch of different options now. You still have a more robust music library available on TikTok than you do on Instagram. And YouTube is so serious about copyright infringement. A lot of times they'll remove the sound until they approve it and make sure that it's okay. But yeah, those are my two favorites on Instagram, and just being able to see what's working and what's not working. That's huge. And that, will remind me to tell you, if you're still operating your business from a personal account, stop doing that. Cross over, make it a business account so that you can get the perks of being able to schedule and the perks of being able to see those analytics, and so that you can, improve and increase your brand awareness. Stop doing it as just yourself. That was a kind of a hard transition for me, because when I started, I did everything by myself and it was all under my name, and that's not the case anymore. Again, if you're just joining us for the first time, we've had some of the best downloads in August. We're going to add a link to the recording in the comment section so you can go back and access the replay of our free webinar that we offered this month. Does batching content really save that much time? In a word, yeah, it really does. It really does. Think about how long it takes you when you're interrupted to go back to what you were doing. Also, think about your day, your average day as a business owner. it can be I know from personal experience, it can be overwhelming. You might be putting out a fire or you're responding to emails and then, oh no, it's 4 o'clock. It's Tuesday. I haven't posted anything on any of my socials today, and I have no idea what I'm going to post. The ramp up time from where you have to ramp up to what am I going to post? I need to go create it. That's not how I want it to look. Is that the music or the sound I want to be? Can be overwhelming. The whole purpose of planning and batching is to streamline that so that you're not in a constant state of agitation. We're going to show you in the course how to plan on the front end to make your life easier on the back end or during your implementation phase. You do have the ability, and this is the whole one of my main purposes. We want you to be able to lay out your content so that it works for you. Just using a content calendar so you know what information you have to post on Tuesday can be super helpful. And even if you don't take our course, download that free content calendar. Once you have it, like it just as an example, if you know you're going to do testimonials every other Tuesday and you've got several to choose from, once you're in Canva, go ahead and do them all. Go ahead and create them all, and they're made. You can go ahead and get them scheduled, and that's one less thing you have to worry about. And if you have 4, you're set up for the next 2 months. Very simple, easily streamlined. So yeah, 100% batching works. If batching is overwhelming to you, then planning your content will also help you streamline and save time. How do I make it a business account? Is there a way to transfer that, or do I have to reading's hard. Create a completely new account. That's a great question. If you're on Pinterest or Instagram, you can swap it to a business account inside settings. If you are on Facebook or LinkedIn, you have to create a business page that is specific to your business. YouTube, you have to create a channel for your business. Now, your channel can be personal. It doesn't have to be a business, but it has all of the bells and whistles of a business once you create the channel. So it depends on the platform. TikTok is its own unique unicorn. You have to decide, do you want to be a creator? Do you want to be a business? And that is really and truly determined by how many followers you have and if you want to get paid per view or not. That's what it comes down to. But no, and you don't want to have multiples of anything because it's confusing to your end user. It messes up your branding. So if you're on Pinterest or Instagram, swap it to a business. If you're on LinkedIn or Facebook, create a business page. That's a great question. You guys are coming with some great questions this morning. I just want to make sure that that I'm answering everything that you need to know. Again, if you did not catch our webinar, please watch the replay. It's some good stuff. There's some great downloads that are included, and there's some really good free content in there. I love the giveaway stuff. That makes me happy. So let's see. Have I answered everybody? I think I have. You guys, thank you so much for being with me this morning. I want to answer any questions you might have. If you are catching the replay of our live this morning and you have information that you need that we did not cover, then absolutely leave us a comment so we can, or send us a direct message. We monitor those pretty closely, and it makes us more accessible to you as a whole. If you are interested in the free webinar, just click on the link that's going to be added to our live so you can access that and access the free downloads. If you're interested in our beginner to boss series, our course that we're launching, let me know. I'm happy to give you information on that as well. That program starts next week. So, and yeah, a lot of labor, a labor of love, a lot of man hours have gone into creating this content and making sure that you guys have the best downloads and the best experience available for you. I will probably wait just a few more minutes. We'll probably get pretty close to 10:30. I want to make sure that I'm accessible if you guys have questions or want to ask something else. And I do appreciate, excuse me, the questions we've gotten so far. Been a little verbose in answering those. Sorry about that, guys, but that's the nature of the beast. I'm the beast. Let's see. Is there a final date to sign up for the course? Actually, yes. Our cart closes today. So if you don't sign up by close of business today, we would have to make special arrangements, and we would have to have a minimum in order to do it additionally before the end of the year. But if you miss this course, if you miss this sign up by the close of business today, I'm not offering this program again until 2025. It is, again, very labor intensive. There is a lot of information. It takes 8 weeks to deliver. And that's just, I mean, the way that the holidays fall, there's no way to do it more than once before the end of the year. So if you are interested in our course, it's Social Media SOS. Let's see, I want to make sure I'm saying the name right. Social Media SOS from beginner to boss in 8 weeks. I keep saying from beginner to badass, which I really like that a lot, but maybe shouldn't say it all. Yes, today is the deadline. Today is the day that you have to sign up if you want to participate in 2024. Otherwise, we're not going to offer it again until 2025 when everybody's in planning mode and they need information about content calendars and they're ready to update their social media. We'll do it again in January just to kind of help everybody out. And we've been doing this a while. This is my 15th or 16th year in business, and I've been going live every Wednesday for, I don't know, years. So there is a ton of content. We have a bunch of videos available and a bunch of blogs available. But I like the holiday series because we talk about what's on your mind during the holidays, how to promote your business during the holidays, how to create your holiday strategy, how to get ready for the holidays, not personally, but professionally. And that's a lot to unpack, especially if you're a new business owner and you've never had a holiday contest, or if you're a new business owner and you've never had to go through holiday advertising. It can be a lot. Let's see, does the course apply to nonprofits? Absolutely. Nonprofits and small business really do fall in the same category a lot of the time, simply because there's a lot of nonprofits who have limited resources based on their grants or their donations, and they have to stay within a specific budget, just like a small business. If you're getting started as a small business, you might have more time than you have budget, and that's okay. That's exactly who we want to help. That's exactly why this course is priced so low, is to make it easily accessible to those who may have budget restrictions. I'm even doing installment payments to make it as easy for the end user as possible. I want to streamline this. I wish like crazy I'd had this help when I got started. So I want to be the person who helps other people who want to get started. You don't have to know it all in order to have a great plan and really promote your business. I've seen the course and it's literally, yeah, everything. Becky has been creating course materials with me for the last, it feels like a million years, but probably 3 months. Everything you need on your own. It's really amazing. And I cannot tell you how many cool free downloads there are. We modeled ours after the way that Amy Porterfield does hers. And that's my favorite thing she does, is having the downloads, the cheat sheet, the checklist that's right there, that's accessible so that you have it at your fingertips. I love that. So we did that a little bit bigger because that's who I am. We creating this material. I have a tendency to talk really fast and I cover information quickly, and I had to rein it in because I put so much content in our actual modules. I had to kind of pull back a little bit because it was so much information to cover in an hour and a half. It really is. So yeah, it's a lot, but very proud of it. We have been working on this a long time to bring it to you. If you have not had the opportunity to see our free webinar, check the links in our comments on the recordings of these after we get done with the live, and we will make sure we add that for you. It will also give you access to the free downloads for August. If you have questions about our upcoming course, Social Media SOS, 8 weeks from beginner to boss, please let me know. Our cart does close today. And if you don't sign up now, you're going to lose the opportunity until 2025. You guys, thank you so much for participating with me today. I really appreciate your questions. Of course, we're always available. Send us a message. Leave a comment. My team is really crazy good, and we respond to those at least within 24 hours, a lot of times faster than that. So if you guys need anything, please remember, yeah, my name's Karen Taradas. I'm with Social U. And until the next time I see you, I'm here to help. Thank you.